Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am Meghana Vaidya from Sri Venkateshwara College of Engineering, Bengaluru, from the Department of Basic Science CSE branch. Now I am going to discussing about the subject is Introduction to Civil Engineering. In this subject, the subtopic is Explain the Temperature and Sound Buildings. Contents are Sound Control in Building and Temperature Control in Building. Introduction to sound control in buildings. Sound control in commercial buildings refers to the process of reducing noise levels and improving room acoustics for optimal acoustic comfort. It involves using materials, products, and noise reduction techniques to block out external noises, reduces unwanted noise transmission between rooms and floors, absorb sound wave reverberations and sound energy to reduce echo and improve clarity, minimize overall noise pollution. Six factors to consider for sound control: levels and locations. First one. Unless it's a library, you don't need the same level of sound control throughout the entire building. Actually, even with a library, you will need more control of closed meeting rooms, maker spaces, media rooms. Librarians need more than a for noise control. Think through location specific acoustic needs throughout the building. Sound control requires considering each discrete area within a building as well as its overall structure. Building age and construction. If you are starting from the ground up, you will have the ability to influence each decision in materials and construction that impact sound control. For business in established locations, there are many options to boost acoustic control in buildings besides starting from scratch. Exterior noise. What excessive noise occurs outside of your building? Are you near an airport or highway, schools, bars, and nightclubs, or industrial parks? Identify what sounds you will need to address during current or potential business hours. Internal noise. Loud machinery, water cooler gossip, a call center department, visitors in the mood to party. What will your internal noise level challenges email? Consider both room constants and periodic or occasional noises from of HVAC to your loudest events. Balancing priorities. If sound control was your one and only interest, you could create a beautifully silent building. In reality, you will need to balance acoustic concerns against other priorities. How much natural light you want in the business, where to place key entrances, what kind of construction best for the local weather, and environmental noise concerns. Each of these may conflict with the highest level of acoustic protection. Cost. An unlimited budget is a rarity. So, whether you are planning a new build or addressing noise level challenges in a current building, cost will be a factor. On a tight budget, implement lower cost changes first, learn more about how sound control affects your bottom line, and work with an acoustic professional to come up with a right sized plan. Construction method for enhanced sound control. First one, wall sound control. In this wall sound control, there are many thicker total walls and wall layers, denser materials like concrete overwood, and multiple materials and widths, and integration of wider spacing between wall layers, more wall layers and wall spacing cavities. Window sound control. Multiple layers, including insulating spacing between layers, thicker window glass laminated with shatter and noise resistant plastic. Addition of custom sized acrylic inserts to add to current windows. Door sound control. Solid doors rather than hollow core. Consider door material density, thickness, and sound insulation. Automatic closures that prevent doors from slamming shut. Door seal kits are products to address air or noise leakage at edges. Floor sound control. Thick concrete floor base, a floating wooden or concrete floor attached to the existing floor with resilient materials. Carpeting over thick padding, high traffic mats and floor coverings. Introduction to temperature control in buildings. The heat can be directed away to create a cooling effect, or it can be directed into the space to heat the area. This can be done through different materials such as reflective roofing or radiant barriers. There are many ways to regulate heat, such as varying types of insulation and air conditioning. The heat can be directed away to create a cooling effect, or it can be directed into a space to heat the areas. This can be done through different materials such as reflective roofing or radiant barriers. There are many ways to regulate heat, such as varying types of insulations and air conditioning. Controlling building temperatures for offices, commercial, and industrial buildings. In offices and commercial and industrial buildings, controlling the temperature is essential given the long duration of time staff are likely to spend there. Feeling comfortable in an interior space directly impacts a person's mood and concentration. So, by working in optical conditions, people are more likely to think and work better, which in turn increases productivity and efficiency if you regularly have customer or clients visiting your premises. Maintaining a comfortable temperature will also help to ensure their experience with you is a pleasant one. Building size and layout. The first thing to consider is the size and layout of your building. Large multi story buildings will inevitably require different systems to a small 4-person office. For example, you need to evaluate the areas where your staff spend most of their time, and if you keep stock on site, you need to put measures in place to satisfy their needs. Also, how much of your building is exposed to natural sunlight? Do you have large windows? Factors like these all have an effect on how you can best control your building's temperature. If you are unsure as to what systems and measures you can implement to effectively regulate your building's temperature, arrange for an expert to visit. They will be able to access the intricacies of your property and advantages on the systems which will cost effectively help you. Air conditioning systems. For many types of buildings, installing an air conditioning or cooling systems is likely to be one of the most effective ways of controlling the temperature. In simple terms, they operate by removing the existing heat and moisture in the room and disappearing cold air, therefore cooling down the temperature in the inside space. Various types of cooling systems are available, so your specific requirements will dictate which one is best for you. Single split air conditioning systems. Single split systems are the most common type of AC systems and are typically utilized by small commercial buildings like cafes, restaurants, and offices. Tending to be cheaper than other types of cooling systems, single split systems are made up of an outer and inner component connected by an electric cable and two copper pipes which refrigerants flows to and from the internal and external components. Multi-split air conditioning systems. Multi-split systems work in an almost identical way to single-split systems. The only difference, however, is that each indoor component doesn't need its own outdoor component. Instead, all indoor components can be connected to a single, larger outdoor component. This type of system is suited to large office spaces, retail shops, and other buildings with numerous walls and or floors. VRV and VRF air conditioning systems. Variable refrigerant volume is a VRV and variable refrigerant flow is VRF. Systems are often the most efficient option for medium to large size priorities like mixed use buildings or hotel, although they function in the same way as traditional air conditioning systems. Instead of utilizing one large unit to pump air to the whole space, the system incorporates several smaller air handlers. all of which can be controlled individually and piped back to one system. This provides the ability to control the amount of refrigerant which flows to each of these small air handlers. Heating systems. Another option you have when it comes to controlling your building's temperature is to install a heating system, such as an oil or boiler heating system. Heating oil or gas, these systems work by heating water that is then used to provide central heating via your radiators as well as provide hot water. Gas is the most environmentally friendly fuel as it produces less carbon emissions when burned. So, this is a better option for the environment. However, heating oil is generally slightly cheaper. So, if you have a smaller budget, this may be your preferred option. Thank you for watching.